Penn in the away oranges for them. Usually the lighter color sometimes is the home team, and Canandaigua is in their home whites as we are about to get going underway. Face-off is occurring, and Canandaigua comes away with the face-off victory here. Side of field at the 30-yard line, they swing it over. So I need to switch straight to Sheridan. Sheridan kicks it behind the net, now passes it, swings it over for number 16, that's Sean Olvani. Olvani brings it now back up towards the point, swings it back over to Elliot Morgan. Morgan has it, throws it back over to Jackson Grant. He's a name to keep an eye on. Grant has it back to Morgan. They're taking their time. No need to rush just yet. Wait and get the proper opportunity as they have it back behind the net with Drew Willoughby. Willoughby swings it back over for Olvani. Now back to Grant at the top. Swings it back to Morgan. Morgan into Sheridan. Pretty much just passing around in a circle around the net as Penn not really making a move on defense here quite yet. Up the pressure. Grant has it still, works left side. Waiting for an option here. Grant now trots towards a Penn defender, fakes one way, cuts back outside, takes a couple hacks, and now comes back top of the point for Sheridan. Sheridan now tosses it back behind the net for Willoughby. Willoughby back to Grant, back to Sheridan at the point, swings it back over for Olvani. Now back behind again for Sheridan. Back to Grant, swings it back up top for Morgan. Thought about taking a shot there with Sheridan, thinks better of it, passes it back up. Swings it back now behind the net. They try to get a shot off. There will be no avail as Penn able to come away with it. Loose ball. A couple players for each squad going for it. Will be out of bounds. It will be Penn ball coming back the other way with 10:14 to go in the first quarter.
Very good defensive start for Penn.
Going for Penn is Carter Earl, as you mentioned, Nick, one of the names to kind of keep an eye on for the Mustangs. Gets it up to midfield for Finger. Her now swings it far side for number 91, Caden Dixon. Brings it back out to the top for Earl. Earl guarded and poked at by number 33, Brady Kamala. And it will be Canandaigua ball coming back the other way. Now gets up quickly. Canandaigua doesn't waste no time here. So swing it up and quickly to Sheridan. Shot no good, blocked away by the goaltender. Ball on the ground. Guys still chasing after it. Grant will come away with it for Canandaigua. Works far side of the field. Now swings it back up top for Olvani. Still weighing an option here as a couple substitutions come in and out. As goalie swings it around and up over to Olvani on the far, now back behind the net for Willoughby. Back to Sheridan, now back up top for Morgan. Swings it over to Grant, now down for Olvani. Back behind the net to couldn't tell who that was on that one. So now Canandaigua is getting going with it. Olvani now back to Sheridan. Sheridan swings it over for Morgan at the point. Now back over to Sheridan on the far side. Guarded loosely now by number 21, Jesse Young. Takes a couple whacks as he goes into the corner, now dumps it behind for Willoughby. Willoughby now guarded. Swings it back up to the top for Grant. Grant fakes one way, now comes back towards the mill. Drops a couple Mustang defenders. Swings it over for Sheridan. Sheridan now back behind for Willoughby. Swings it up and over to Morgan. Morgan fakes one way, now drive. Finds Willoughby. Willoughby coming back out from behind the net. Takes a shot on goal. It's blocked away by Griffin Emerson, the goaltender. Emerson gets it to Earl. Now back to Emerson. He'll take a couple steps out of the crease. Kicks it back to Earl. Earl back to Emerson. Emerson's out to about the 30 football yard line. Picks it up to Earl now. Earl takes a couple hits. And we will have Canandaigua ball coming the other way with 7:50 to go. I believe that was because of offsides. Thrown up, failure to advance the ball was the call on that one. So Canandaigua coming back to work here on offense as they've been pretty much the whole quarter so far with 7:34 to go in it. Willis has it, swings it over to Morgan. Now we're playing pitch and catch with each other. Now swings it over to Giuseppe. Swings it back behind the net for Wilhelmy. Now back to Sheridan. Now back up to Morgan. It's been the name of the game so far for Canandaigua. Trying to find opportunity here with one of the lanes over here on the side. Morgan now will take a few steps, runs towards the middle. Try to find opportunity, just doesn't get it. Now they'll go back to Wilhelmy behind the net. Swings it out in front for Gullis. Gullis takes a couple brutal whacks there, but he'll now pop it back out and they'll reset the Braves on offense. Morgan over to Giuseppe. He'll take a shot on net, no good, but Wilhelmy is there and picks up the ball before he even goes out of bounds. Giuseppe has it now. Works behind. Takes a couple prods. He's guarded by Drucker. Now gets it back up to the top of the point. And the Braves will once again reset here with 6:29 to go in the first quarter. Morgan at the point, fakes one way, now cuts in, takes a shot on net, no good, wide. But the Braves will retain possession as Wilhelmy was the first defender, or rather first player to the line. The Braves already going back to work on offense quickly here. Gullis has it, about the 35-yard line for football. Now cut in, takes a couple steps, fakes one way, dishes it to Morgan rather, and Morgan picks up the goal. So that'll be Morgan with the assist from Gullis. And we have the first goal of the game here with 6:05 to go in the first. Braves 1, Mustangs nothing.
Well, this Morgan Elliott, he came into this game, 4 goals, 1 assist on the season early on. So, and it's a Canandaigua team that knows how to share the ball.
Number 21, Dom Galassi.
Galassi, I apologize for the mispronunciation. And we will have a face-off here. 6:05 to go in the first. The senior midfielder gets the scoring going here in the game. And we'll have a face-off violation, and Canandaigua will take the face-off victory for that. And they go to work quickly again here on offense. Kroby has it. Brings it all the way back around. Takes a couple hits from Carter Earl. And they'll reset behind the net here. Weighing his options. Fakes left, now comes back right, now fakes and goes left again, takes a shot, and I believe that was kind of blocked away, not so much by the goaltender, but probably one of the Penn defenders as the Braves reset and go back to work on offense here with 5:30 to go in the quarter. Kroby has it back behind the net, he'll come back around, try to do a wraparound, and stuffed away by Emerson. Mustangs coming back to work here on offense. As Emerson has it and gets it up quickly and lost his footing was number 16, Bryant Van Heusen. And we'll have a Mustang timeout here with 5:07 to go in the first quarter.
Penn's just having a little bit of trouble getting into their offense.
Generations Bank has been serving the financial needs of the Finger Lakes region since 1870. Generations combines the best of modern banking with dedication to our local communities. Whether you're looking for checking, savings, a mortgage, home improvement, loan, you name it, they have what you need. You can visit them online at mygenbank.com. Generations Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. And Dr. Littlejohn and Dr. Barbie and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. You can check them out, Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz, online at littlejohnortho.com. So Paul Rousseau, Nick Felice here with you. Glad you could tune in for a little matinee lacrosse action with us here. 1-0 Canandaigua up over Penn with 5:07 to go in the first quarter. Nick kind of mentioned Penn really spinning the wheels here to get going.
Yeah, last year's score was 9-6. I was pretty intrigued coming into this matchup, wondering what kind of game we were going to get. We were going to get a high-scoring game, or we were going to get a low-scoring game. Right now, Canandaigua is only up 1-0, but they've controlled possession tremendously here in the first 7 minutes of this game.
Yeah, you mentioned that's a key thing, right? Penn's really only had the one possession where they've gotten above half the midline so far.
And they had the penalty where they couldn't get it over.
So Penn and now Canandaigua both break the huddle, and we will get back to action here from Braves Field. as waiting for the official to give us the whistle to get going, and we are back underway with Carter Earl, and I'll throw it back to Griffin Emerson. Emerson now swings it up and over to Walters. Walters crossfield pass to Sheehan. Sheehan now up quickly to Dixon. Dixon has it now guarded by two Canandaigua defenders, and they're able to cause enough disruption that it's going to be a loose ball, but picked up by Ochoa. Ochoa guarded by Planton. Swings it back up top for Carter Earl. Now back over to Braden Finger. Finger back to Earl. Now tosses it over and in for Fisher. Fisher back to Earl at the point. Now brings it back over near side. Swings it back to Finger. Now back behind the net for Tegan Finger. So family affair for the Mustangs as Caden Dixon has it. Now gets it back top of the point for Braden Finger. Braden swings it over for Frank Ochoa. Now back to Finger at the top of the point with 4:09 to go in the first quarter. Penn again trying to go. They're going to try and find an opportunity here if they can. If not, not going to rush too much of anything as it's only still a 1-0 game. As Carter Earl has it, he's guarded by Canandaigua defenders. They've done a really excellent job stifling the Mustang attack so far. As Tegan Finger has it, guarded away and knocked away by Will Rudy. And Penn able to keep possession though, as they'll reset with Caden Dixon. Dixon's guarded by Alex Rudy again there. Able to, yeah, thought he was able to kind of stifle him away, but it looked like he pushed off a little bit. And the officials will call that, and will be Canandaigua coming back the other way. 3:15 to go in the first quarter. Canandaigua getting going here. Jack Viola has it. The goaltender, he'll toss it up to Gillespie. And he's waiting for an option. Swings it back up for Morgan. Morgan now to Grant. Grant swings it over far side for Olvani. Now back behind the net for Willoughby. Swings it back for Sheridan. And pretty much the same core of Canandaigua players to get going in the game here so far for the Braves. As Grant has it all alone, really far out about the 42-yard line for football with 2:39 to go. And he'll wait for his teammates to get going here, and they'll get going on offense. Now he runs it in. He's at the 30. Fakes one way. Oh, nice little Euro-style step move. Shot goes wide, but Canandaigua will retain possession with Willoughby behind the net. Willoughby has, and he'll start and break out for the Braves here. Gets it to Grant near side. 2:20 to go first quarter. Grant again, he'll wait, get going here. Takes a few steps. Fakes one way, V-cut, spin moves. Waiting for his option. Swings it over to Morgan. Morgan back behind the net now for Willoughby. Takes a whack from the Penn defender. Now gets it back up top for Giuseppe. Giuseppe will now pass off for Grant. Grant thought about taking the shot. Thinks better of it. Now kicks it back top of the point. Giuseppe has it. Now he'll wait for the team to reset. 1:48 to go first quarter. Canandaigua's been in motion. Don't have to worry about still play penalty here. As Penn was able to swipe it away, steal the long pole Drucker. As he'll get it Earl. Earl will toss up quickly here to Oliver Conley. Conley already now above the halfway line to Dixon. Dixon here will now bring it back out a little bit here. 1:20 to go first quarter. Penn looking to get on the scoreboard here. 1-0 ball game. Canandaigua leading the Mustangs. Dixon has it far side. Thought better of it, and I'll kick it back out for Earl. Earl guarded by Camella. Now swings it over for Van Heusen. Van Heusen takes a shot, no good, wide. And it didn't go out of bounds. It bounced off of Penn. Looked like one of the attackmen, and Canandaigua able to get out. They'll try and break out quickly. Pass goes long, though, but picked up by Sheridan. Sheridan will take his own opportunity here. Cousins runs up the sideline with it. Kicks it back out, and we'll get it back to the point. Alex Rudy. Now back up top for Giuseppe. swings it over to Lacey. Under a minute now, well under a minute, in fact, 25 seconds to go. I have to imagine Canandaigua will really pretty much take the only opportunity here and take last possession. Swilmy has it behind the net. Tried to pass it to Sheridan, the intended target, but ball just did not get out of the stick good enough.
Only 10 seconds.
10 seconds, as you mentioned, Nick. Giuseppe here saw the clock, and now he'll take his opportunity. He's going to try and get something going here. Took a big hit, absorbed it, but got the ball away. Sheridan has it. Now to Lacey. He'll have to take the shot here. No time left. And that is the first quarter of play here from Canandaigua. Canandaigua 1, Penn nothing. We'll be back here on FingerSwan.com for the second quarter of action.
So he's done a great job, and it's an interesting team he's got this year.
So give Canandaigua another face-off here as ball popped out. Credit McCruby for that one. As Canandaigua here now moving from left to right this quarter. Penn from right to left here from our vantage point. As Mulvaney has it, kicks it behind that for Wilhelmy. Looks like Canandaigua plan. If it's not broke, don't fix it. As Kruby has it behind the net now. Takes a whack from a Penn defender, swings it back behind Wilhelmy. Wilhelmy tried to find, I believe it was Sheridan, but passed just a little bit too low and picked up by Carter Earl. Penn coming back the other way quickly. Taking a couple hits from Morgan. And it will be Canandaigua ball coming the other way as Earl in his process of trying to avoid Morgan, just ended up going out of bounds trying to avoid the contact. So Canandaigua coming back with it here on offense. 11-10 to go in the first half. Kirby has it, swings it back for Wilhelmy. Mulvaney to Wilhelmy. Swings it out and behind for Sheridan. Now Sheridan thinks better of it, cuts back to the top, dishes it to Wilhelmy. Wilhelmy shoots and it's in. Second goal of the day, first one though for Wilhelmy.
What are you looking for?
Excellent job there by Canandaigua. I mentioned, they're not rushing the opportunities. They took their time and got a perfect one there.
Yeah, we'll see what type of Canandaigua team comes out in the second quarter. Only one goal in the first. They can, start opening up this lead before halftime and put a lot of pressure on Penn.
So first goal of the second quarter, gives it to Canandaigua. They have the only two on the day so far, 2-0 now. Canandaigua leads over Penn. And face-off will be won by Canandaigua once again after a couple bodies hit the ground. But the Braves will come away with it here. Lacey has it, swings it up to a cutting Mulvaney. Mulvaney takes a shot, stoned away by Emerson. And it will be Penn ball coming back the other way. End up kicking out on the sideline rather than behind the net. So Earl will pass it in to Emerson. Emerson swings it out and over to Drucker. 10:25 to go in the second quarter. Penn going to work quickly here. Far side has it, and we'll have a penalty here coming up as Dixon took a blow. He stayed up though. Still has it behind the net. He's guarded by Rudy. Dixon now swings it up for Tegan Finger. Finger now top of the point for Earl. Still waiting for a break in the action here, so the penalty can be assessed. And the ball's loose and picked up by Brent Van Heusen. Housen rather. Has it now on the sideline. 9:40 to go in the second quarter. Takes a big hit. Stays up. Just the top of the key for Earl. Earl has it. Swings over to Tegan Finger. Finger now brings it in, but V cuts back out.
Sticks up!
Gets it back top of the point for Earl. Earl has it. Able to shake off the Canandaigua defender, but dishes it off to the side and gets it behind the net now for Tegan Finger. He'll bring it back out. Mustang offense here now on the move to get going in the second quarter. Dixon has it now at the point. And he loses stick and ball here. And Canandaigua picks it up, and we'll have the penalty called here from pretty much almost a minute prior now. As wait here for the official to give the signal. table. Not too sure here. So it'll be a 30-second penalty on Tucker Bickle. So man advantage for the Mustangs for 30 seconds here. I'm guessing they will do everything in their power to get here, as it was offsides. If I saw that right, I'm not too sure though. As Penn gets going here though. Far side, kind of up top of the point with Earl. Earl thought about taking a shot, now just it for Ochoa. Ochoa now behind the net for Tiegenfinger. Now back to Ochoa. Now back for Carter Earl. Only 12 seconds left in the penalty for him. Gets it back to Tiegenfinger. Now swings it back over. Crossfield pass for Fisher. Fisher back top for Van Housen, and his shot blocked away, and Canandaigua able to kill the penalty. And I believe, I wasn't too sure, Nick. Were you able to see the signal from the official on that one?
That's when new bumpers go.
I'm not sure. Just got timeout.
Timeout? All right.
Timeout, Braves.
Appreciate the help up here. As the Braves will take their first timeout of the day. Still 2-0. They're leading with 8:31 to go in the first half. DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info, or you can call them toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane. So, Nick, as this second quarter of play has gotten going here, a little bit more life, if you will, of the Penn Mustangs. What do you think? You mentioned they've only played one game so far. You think it's a little bit of rust? And, you did mention, too, they have a little bit of youth on that team as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is a rivalry that goes back to the late 70s, so, there's a little bit of nerves, It's just their only second game of the season, like I've said. But, it's second quarter now, and I think they've, made a little bit more, they've been a little bit more comfortable out there. It's still being a little bit of a trouble for them to find the back of the net, but, at least they're showing a little bit more energy out there here in the second.
Mm-hmm. So Canandaigua will get going here on offense, as I think one of the officials lost their flag. Also, Nick Felice here with you, FanLakes1.com. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Saturday matinee lacrosse action. And we have an illegal stick penalty on Frank Ochoa for Penn. So Canandaigua will have 2 minutes of man up here advantage. That was called during the timeout. So we'll see how Canandaigua approaches this, their first opportunity with the man advantage on the day. Sheridan has it. Swings it over for Ovani. Now back to behind the net for Wellamy. He swings it back out top of the point now for Morgan. Morgan to Sheridan, near side. Swings to Ovani. Now back behind the net for Wellamy again. First 20 seconds of the penalty have clicked off. Morgan has it top of the key. Back to Grant on the far side. Gets it back to Wellamy. Back to Grant. Grant tried to find a cutting Morgan, but no avail. Sheridan now has it. Sheridan pitches down into Ovani. Back behind the net for Wellamy now. Gets back to... That's McCroby back there, and it was. McCroby back to Grant, now back to McCroby. Pitch and catch with each other here, as now they involve Sheridan in the action. Finds Ovani, now back behind the net for Wellamy. 7:40 to go in the quarter. Pretty much a minute, 1:05 to go in the penalty. Sheridan has it, takes a shot and blocked, and stoned away by Emerson. Penn will try and do something here with the disadvantage, as Drucker has it on the far side of the field. Swings it back to Emerson. He's out of the net a little bit. Finds fairly, I wouldn't say true wide open Dixon, but certainly had some yardage around him. And we will have a Mustang timeout here with 7:13 to go in the quarter and 42 seconds to go in the penalty. So Canandaigua again here taking, even though it's man advantage, taking their time, don't want to rush anything and kind of do an unnecessary turnover or anything like that, Nick. As, Emerson, we were talking, pregame a little bit before he came on air about, what to kind of expect and who to kind of keep an eye on. Emerson does a really great job in the net, but sometimes you can only be as good as the defense in front of you, and he's done a really great job so far, all things considered.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a 5-6-0 game, but with him, make a couple clutch saves so far in the early going is keeping Penn in it. It's just, can their offense get it going? And given if the offense gets it going, that gives everyone around them the confidence they need going forward the rest of this game.
So Canandaigua will break the huddle from the timeout as Penn is still talking things over here.
42 seconds left on the
penalty. Nice little crowd here, all things considered, with the weather, Nick, I'd say. I can imagine it's colder and damper than what we've had the past couple days that we've been lucky with, and it seems like hopefully this is, knock on wood, the last of this quote-unquote winterish weather moving forward.
And if the listeners from home are still wondering what's going on with the telephone pole, they are still working on it.
So we are pretty much back underway here as both teams have broken the huddle. Official gives a whistle. We are back underway. Carter Earl has it, double teamed, and same issue as he had over on the near side here a couple possessions ago. Pretty much trying to avoid contact and ends up going out of bounds. Back on our way here. Braves going to work quickly here as Grant has a wide open lane. He's going to take advantage of it. Pass it off. Now they swing it. Willoughby has it now to the point with Morgan. Morgan ripped the shot. No good wide. It'll be Penn Yan ball as they will rule like one of the defenders was there before the Braves.
Penn Yan pretty lucky there. They were a step behind the pass. Every pass in Canada was possessing there.
Well, Penn Yan avoiding disaster here so far as 15 seconds to go on the penalty. As Emerson has it. Thought about trying to find Dixon way up, and ball got batted out midair. Picked up initially by the Braves with Camella, and he lost the ball out of bounds. So 7 seconds to go in the penalty, 6:38 to go in the quarter. We'll have another timeout here on the field. So a little bit of a sketchy pass there, to say the least, from Emerson, but try and get something going. I thought he saw somebody downfield, so why not try and take advantage of it?
Penn Yan just 7 seconds away from killing this penalty, so hats off to them.
You get the insurance you need from the people you know at Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, the Finger Lakes Insurance Agency for your home, auto, or business with locations in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Get a no-obligation quote today at fingerlakesinsurance.com. And Farm Lumber has been locally owned for 3 generations. It is more than just a lumber and building supplier. You can stop in and check them out on Baird Street in Seneca Falls to browse their full selection of power tools, hardware, lawn and garden, painting, and plumbing supplies. You can talk to their experienced staff when planning your next home improvement project. So both teams break the huddle here out of the timeout. As you mentioned, Nick, before a couple seconds ago, 6:38 to go in the quarter, 7 seconds in the penalty. As the Braves will wait to get the signal from the official, and they do, and we're back underway. With Fayola has it, they toss it back to him on the get-go here, and now he swings up to Morgan. Penalty officially killed for the Mustangs. They're back to full strength with 6:25 to go in the quarter. Homie has it back behind that for Canandaigua. Now they swing it back up top for Morgan. Morgan now to Grant at the top of the point. Swings it over to Lacey. Braves to swing it back behind the net here for Willoughby. Now Mulvaney. Back up from Morgan, now to Grant. And they again taking their time here, not going to rush anything. Sheridan has on the far. Takes it back up to Galassi. 5:52 to go in the quarter now. And now they're going to get going here. Fakes one way, cuts back, now pass it over to Morgan. Morgan now to Grant. Grant kind of directed track there, cuts one way, swings it, now take the shot, and stuffed away in front of him by a Mustang leg. Is now the ball back loose on the ground and picked up by Drucker. Drucker, the long pole, he'll take it all the way up on his own. He gets it above half. Now try to pass it off to Braden Finger. Ball back on the ground, but brought back up by Finger. They'll take advantage of it, or try to. Canandaigua defense is too good right there. And he gets it back to Carter Earl, and they'll reset. 5:10 to go in the half. As Dixon has it on the far. trots along, gets some orders from Coach Hobart, and will take it back behind the net.
Get him, Mace. Beat him up,
Waiting for an open man, get a little help, and he does from Tegan Finger. Finger now kicks it back to Earl. Earl guarded pretty heavily by Camella. Earl now swings it back in, and now it's back behind the net with Tegan Finger. Finger now swings it up to Dixon. Dixon back to Finger now. Finger now puts himself back behind the net. Fakes left, now spins and goes back right. He's guarded pretty heavily. Now back to the Mustangs will again reset here with 4:20 to go in the second quarter. Earl has it top of the point, tries to go in. No avail. Oh, just a bit too much. Swings it back to Dixon, now back to Earl. Dumps it on in for Fisher, now back to Tegan Finger rather. Now back along the near side for Braden Finger. He'll try and fake out Grant. No avail. Now he will just continue left and now cuts back towards the middle. Swings it back to the top for Carter Earl. Earl now swings it back and in for Fisher. Fisher now will trot behind the net, and the Mustangs will reset positions for players. Fisher now fakes one way, cuts back to the far side. Just back to Earl, now to Dixon at the top. Dixon will go ahead and take a rip on net, stuffed away by Fayola. Excellent job by the Braves to stifle away the attack there, as the Mustangs will keep the pressure up though as the Braves try to get it out.
Throw it away.
Yeah, it'll be Mustang possession here with 3:25 to go in the second quarter. So another opportunity here for the Mustangs, which in first quarter very few and far between, but it certainly is evened out in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Albeit with the big 2-minute penalty there earlier on. Van Housen will go to work here on offense for the Mustangs. He's on the far side. Not really truly guard. Now he is. Gets a Galacy stick. Now fake one way. Comes in. Tries to shoot on the ground. Right idea. Fayola's right there and stipes it away. And he'll get up quickly to Grant. Grant gets it above half line. He goes to work quickly. Finds a cutting Sheridan. Now to Willoughby. Willoughby will just bring it back out and the Braves will reset. 2:45 to go in the first half of play from Braves Field. Vaney has it. Takes a big whack, and if he's fine, gets back up. He's fine. Oh, and a beautiful one-timer. Sheridan with the goal. Give the assist to Willoughby. One-timer, like Gretzky-esque almost in a way. So that's 3-0 now. Canandaigua with the lead over Penn. Sheridan will pick up the goal. First of the game. He already has an assist on the day.
Scoring for the Braves, number 22, Nate Sheridan.
Give the assist to Willoughby after he picked up the goal previously, assisted by Sheridan. So nice little connection that the two have going on with each other.
It was a good find. Found right in front of the net.
Fifth face-off about to be done here with 2:36 to go in the second quarter. And the Braves will once again take it. They're 5-0 on the day, with Crombie picking up all of them so far for the Braves. They'll set up their offensive attack here with 2:20 to go in the quarter. Crombie now swings it behind the net for Mulvaney. Swings it off from McCroby. Mulvaney now, I believe it was a shot, but I'm not too sure. As found McCroby, but he's all right for the time being. Morgan has it. Braves will reset here as gets it behind the net for Willoughby. Willoughby back up top. So now swing it and reset with Grant. And Grant not able to control it. Loose ball, but he's pretty much all by himself out there. So no pressure. 1:45 to go second quarter. Grant awaiting as the Braves will sub out. And get a fresh set of legs out on the turf as Grant will now go to work on offense. Comes in, works, now goes behind the net for Willoughby. Willoughby now absorbs some contact. Passes it back out to Grant. Swings it out for Galacy. Now back to Morgan. Morgan will reset on the far side. Now cuts back towards the middle. Takes a step. Takes a shot wide and up. But will remain Canandaigua ball with 1:12 to go. Inbound goes to Grant. Swings out for Gulacy with 1:05 to go. Steps in, trotting around, and now the Braves will reset positioning here. Gulacy has it behind the net, loosely guarded by Braden Finger. Waiting for an option, now will come, fake left side, now comes back right. Swing, faked me out, even faked the pass out. Now the Grant has it, top of the key, fakes one, a V-cut, shot, blocked away by Emerson. And now Penn will try and get the ball back, and they do for the time being with Sheehan. Sheehan gets it, swings it out and over for Emerson. Emerson out of the net and able to get it away up to Drucker. Drucker now gets it to Van Housen. Fakes one way, now gets it above. It's about the 30-yard line for football. Now back top of the point for Carter Earl. 15 seconds to go. We're going to have to get something going here quickly. Earl fakes one way and tried to find a pass, but picked off by Fayola, the goaltender. He finds a shrieking teammate already quickly out in front. It's Rudy. Rudy passes up quickly, and they won't be able to get a shot off, and that's the end of the first half of play here in Canandaigua. The Braves up 3-0 over Penn. Third quarter about to get back underway here. Canandaigua moving back from right to left. Penn from left to right. As Canandaigua looks to get the 6th face-off victory on the day for them, and they will. So give credit to McCruby again on that one. As Morgan has it, swings it over to Grant. Grant takes a shot, saved by the post by Emerson for the Mustangs on that one. As we will have, I believe Canandaigua retaining possession here as it went out of bounds, and it will be. And now let's swap out balls quick. Elliot Morgan doing a really good job kind of keeping the Mustang defense at bay there. Inbounds it into Grant. Grant has the top of the point. Now works far side of the field. Weighing his options, cuts one way, now swings it back to the top. Giuseppe takes a big hit by Carter Earl, and we'll have multiple flags thrown here as Penn picked it up, and now we'll have the play blown dead as 2 officials picked up on that one with 11-12 to go here in the third quarter. And we'll have a conference here. And Penn 1 minute for a cross check. And we'll be going against Carter Earl. So one of the big players there for Penn will be taking a seat here. Canandaigua goes back on the advantage here for the second time today.
This could be a huge momentum swing.
Certainly right next, someone keep an eye on as Grant gets going to Sheridan. Now down to Mulvaney. Now back behind that for Willoughby. We swings back to McCruby. Braves here going to work, trying to anyway. Ball now gets knocked away in the far corner. We'll have a meeting of the minds as 3 Mustangs and 3 Braves chase after it, and the Braves did come away with it, but looks like Mulvaney stepped out of bounds as he was getting shoved out. 36 seconds to go in the penalty kill for Penn. 10:45 in the third. As Conley has it and passed up quickly here to Dixon. Dixon now met by the Braves defense. He'll run it back into the corner now behind the net. He's met by Rudy back there, and same thing pretty much as the other end of the field there. Stepped out of bounds. Canandaigua coming back their way, and they'll go quickly here to work as pass does not land in the pocket for Rudy. Ball on the turf. Bodies on the turf, but the Braves will come away with it. As Bolster picks it up, gets it back to Fayola. Penalty officially dead, and Fayola swings up quickly to Dixon. Dixon has it, now come pop back out and reset. As Giuseppe has it now at the point with 9:55 to go in the third. So Penn again killed off the penalty there. I mentioned Nick, possible momentum swing no more, as the Braves here will take their time and get everything set up the way they want it. Grant behind the net. Wilmy back there as well. So that's a little bit of a screen. And it will be Penn ball coming the other way because of it. Emerson has it. Gets it going with Drucker, long pole. And his pass intended for Sheehan gets way out. As the long pole for Canandaigua gets going here. That's Eric Platton. And he'll take a shot, and it's in, the long pole. Big goal there for number 20. So that'll make it 4-0 Canandaigua now. That was something to see as he just absorbed some contact, went right up through the center and gets the goal, the senior defender.
Yeah, he had the confidence, just went right in there and got him the 4-0 lead.
An assistant, number 20.
So no assist on that as he was able to pick up the loose ball and went right square away at the net.
Still could be a little bit of momentum. They did kill the penalty, but they still end up with the 4-0 lead shortly after.
Now the fun part here, does Canandaigua come away with another face-off victory and remain perfect on the day? Potential announcers jinx inbound, but it looks like they will get the win on that one.
Close.
As the Braves go quickly here with Morgan, and he'll take the goal. Number 35 picks up goal number 2 on the day for him. Quickly, short amount of time on that one. With 9:04 to go in the third, Morgan's goal now make it a 5-0 advantage for Canandaigua.
35, Elliot Morgan.
He was able to pick up the loose ball pretty much on the face-off there. So give Morgan all the statistics on that one pretty much. And a little bit of official timeout here as Avon Foster needs to retie his cleat there for Penn. And we'll be getting going here. And he's all set and ready to go. Versus McCroby. And McCroby comes with it. Braves with the 8th face-off victory on the day. So Canandaigua going to work here on offense again. Now sub 9 minutes to go in the third as substitution comes in and out for the Braves. Grant has it on the far. Trots behind the net. Nobody really guarding him. He's by himself. So we'll sit and wait for the offense to get set and run their play. Twirls his stick. Now we'll get going right side. Kicks it out to the point for Galacy. Tried to pass it over to Sheridan, and Sheridan able to finally get control of it after having to chase it down a little bit. Kicks it back behind the net for Willoughby. Willoughby now swings it to Grant. Back to Willoughby. Willoughby now tosses it in front of the net. Shot no good by Sheridan as him and it looked like Drucker for Penn both pretty much dove after it, but give the advantage to Canandaigua. They'll retain possession with 8:13 to go in the quarter. Braves going back to work here on offense. Grant out now for top of the point with Giuseppe. Swings it over for Galacy. Galacy now dumps it in for Willoughby. Not truly behind the net. Now swings it over to Grant on the far side corner. Takes some steps in now to get behind the net, directing traffic. Nobody guarding for Penn, and they're waiting for him to come more towards them. And they do, and they meet him. Swings out for Galacy. Swings it over for Giuseppe. His shot no good. Stuffed away by Emerson, but picked up by Willoughby on the rebound. And we'll have another opportunity for the Braves here on offense with 7:30 to go in the quarter. Top the point now with McKenna. Trots over to the far, now dumps it off and into Sheridan. Sheridan now behind the net, will wait, set up, side steps, works near side, now gets it back to Grant at the top, swings it over to Giuseppe, his shot no good, wide left, and it will be Braves possession still as they had a couple guys back behind the net. So opportunity for the Braves with 7:08 to go in the third. Giuseppe now back to Sheridan. Now swings it into Wilmy. Back to Sheridan. Thought about taking a shot. Revved up for it, but passes it to Wilmy. Back to Sheridan. They're playing pitch and catch with each other. Now Giuseppe has it. Swings it over to Grant. Grant fakes right. Back left. Now takes a shot from the right side. No good. Wide up. It'll still be Canandaigua ball as Wilmy was behind the net. 6:46 to go. It's been pretty much all Canandaigua here to get going into the third quarter, much like the first. Giuseppe is able to keep the possession of it. He'll wait, reset, and swings it over to Grant. Grant will now bring it back out a little bit to the top. Allow for everything to reset a little bit. Emerson directing the defense for Penn from the net. Swings it to Giuseppe now. Back top. Now he'll take the shot, and it's in. Bounced up and in. Braden Giuseppe picks up the goal. Give the assist to Jackson Grant. 6-0 ball game here at the 6:17 mark in the third.
Yeah, those one bouncers could be tricky.
Especially in conditions like today, it's a little bit colder, turf's a little bit wetter. Don't know. Usually, you still try and get some true bounces every now and then, but you never can quite know what might happen.
So the Braves have already doubled up their halftime lead, and could be it's too early to determine anything yet, Ball, but it could be the difference.
Giuseppe, the sophomore midfielder, picks up his first goal of the day as the Braves take another face-off and once again go to work on the attack as we near the true midway point of the quarter. 6 minutes to go in the third. Morgan has it, swings it over near side for Sheridan. Now back behind for Wilmy, swings it over to the far corner for Grant. Grant now trots it out and passes it back up for McKenna. McKenna now back to the top for Morgan. About 20 seconds have drained since the clock's gone back going again. Off the face-off. Morgan now run in. Tried to take a shot, loss of control of it in the stick. Emerson pops out to get it for the net. And he'll have it and pass it up to no one. I think he was trying to Carl. Wide open net. Canandaigua went away to come away with it. But Wilmy is able to pick it up. So they'll be able to get going here on offense with 5:18 to go in the third. Wilmy now will bring it back out, and they'll reset the point with Morgan. So a bit of a sketchy situation there from the Mustangs. Come away lucky, all things considered, I'd say, as the Braves are looking to get another offensive opportunity here with Sheridan behind the net. Guarded by Walters back there. Now he's met by another teammate of the Mustangs, and he'll talk about from Morgan. Morgan goes ahead and rips that shot in, and no good, wide. Braves will retain possession, 4:47 to go in the third. And we are back going here with the official's whistle. Wilmy has it. We'll bring it back out. Still waiting to find an available teammate to pass it to, and he does with Morgan. Back to the point there for Grant. Grant now will run in. He'll rip a shot. No good near side. And it goes out of bounds and remain Braves ball once again with 4:29 to go in the third. Back going again here. Sheridan behind the net. And he'll take a jab from Drucker, the long pole. Now ball's on the ground loose. And Emerson, the goaltender, again comes out and picks it up from behind the net. And this time is able to find Carter Earl, and he'll go ahead and cut up field. Finds Dixon, gets it above half. As now the Mustangs will go to work on offense for, I believe, the second time this quarter. Earl has the top now, and he'll await instruction from Coach Hobart. Swings it over to Braden Finger. Finger has it near side. Trots on in. Waiting for play to set up, and now he'll take a run in, swings it out behind the net. Intended target was Teagan Finger, and it will be Braves ball as it goes out on the sideline. Braves wasting no time on the official's whistle. Morgan has it, gets it above half. 3:32 to go in the third. Sent to McCroby. Now swings over to Sheridan. Now back to McCroby. And now top of the point with Giuseppe. Swings it over for Grant on the far. Now back behind the net for Willoughby. Willoughby fakes one way and passes it back to Grant. Now back to the top for McKenna. McKenna Giuseppe. Now over to McCroby. McCroby trots on near side. And finds himself really behind the net. Ball whacked away by Earl. McCroby able to retain possession of it though. Fakes the pass. Able to get a little bit of breathing room by doing that. And he awaits the reset on offense here. Grant calling for the ball. McCroby fakes one way. Now comes back right. Loses his footing. Now able to shake off Earl. Swings out past it to Sheridan. Sheridan's shot on the ground. No good. And Emerson picks up another save. Emerson quickly gets it up to Sheehan. Sheehan up quickly to Bradenfinger. Swings it over to Fisher. Back to Finger. Ball loose. Ball on the ground. Still on the ground. No way able to get it. As Braden was able to get it. And then it went back out of bounds. It will remain Penn Yan ball with 2:13 to go in the third. So it looks like Ochoa will get it going here from the Mustangs, back underway. He'll run behind the net now, guarded pretty heavily by Galassi. Hands it off to Conley. Conley now behind the net. Weighs his options, fakes one way. Now dishes out in front for Fisher. Try to get it off to Van Housen, and no good. Here comes Canandaigua back the other way as Brady Kamala saw what his fellow Wampo was able to do earlier, and his shot no good. As Emerson comes out of the net again to pick it up. Wide open net, but all the passes this time by the Mustangs are staying up and on the ground. As now they get above half on the far side with Dixon. They have 1:20 in the third quarter here to get something going. Dixon still has it, guarded heavily by Rudy. Swings out back to the top for Carter Earl. Swings it back over to Dixon. Dixon back to Earl. Canandaigua defense really playing straight up and right in the Mustangs' faces at this point. As Van Housen able to keep possession of it. Shot on goal, no good. As Fayola was able to kind of stab it away and then picked up by Planton. So 45 seconds to go in the third, and Canandaigua will go ahead on the attack probably one last time here as they get above half with Sheridan. Sheridan, nobody near him on the near side here, but he'll still pull up and get it out to the top of the point, and they'll reset with Rudy. 30 seconds to go, still 6-0 Canandaigua in the third quarter. A couple Braves sub in and out. Giuseppe has it, swings it over to Grant. Grant behind the net for Willoughby. Gets it near side for Sheridan, now back up top for Morgan. 13 seconds, swings it back to Giuseppe. Now into McCroby. McCroby now behind the net for Willoughby. Willoughby quickly to Morgan. Morgan, ball ended up pretty much up in his face mask, and we will have Braves ball still with 1.8 seconds to go here, so going to have to be pretty much on the whistle, and they'll whip it in with Giuseppe as Emerson's able to stifle it away, and that wraps up the third quarter here from Canandaigua. The Braves up 6-0 on Penn Yan. Stick with us here for the fourth quarter of action here on FingerLakes1.com. Penn Yan now moving right to left, Canandaigua left to right this final quarter of play, as Canandaigua will once again come away. They're 10 for 10 on the day so far for faceoffs, as Morgan has it on the far side, and he'll bring it back out to the top now with Galassi. Galassi now swings it over for Grant near side corner, now back behind the net for Willoughby. Willoughby swings it over for Sheridan, now back to Morgan. Already 30 seconds drained away here in this quarter. And Grant has it near side corner, fakes one way, now works, it shoots the shot on net, no good, as Willoughby was right back there though. But I love the idea Grant had, go low, and nobody's really stopping him from coming in off the side there of the net. So Willoughby has it, loosely guarded there by Sheehan. as now Canandaigua will now set up their plan of attack here on offense. Now Wilmy will get going, spins and goes right. Fakes pass, now gets it out to Morgan. Morgan thought about shooting, swings over for Grant. Grant fakes the shot, now will take the shot. No good, stuffed away by Emerson. Ball on the ground. Nobody has it just yet. Still the scrum for it as Canandaigua came away with possession, but we have whistleblower Den will be coming back for Penn. So 10:51 to go in the game here as Penyan's long pass up, no good, and the Braves coming back quickly on offense here with Planton. Planton swings it up for Sheridan, and Sheridan will wait and reset as we have a delayed penalty coming up here on the Mustangs. Flag on the other side of the field at the 50. So Wilmy has it behind the net, pass it off to Sheehan now, or rather Sheridan. 10:20 to go. As now Braves substitute a couple people in, and now they'll get going here. Sheridan works far side, spins back, and I'll come back behind the net. Pass out to get in front was intercepted there by Emerson, but no avail anyway, as we will get the penalty call. As a couple more substitutions come in and out. So Tegan Fisher will pick up the penalty here. It's 32nd penalty for the Braves. They'll have the man advantage here and back underway. So Faney has it, now gets it behind the net for Willoughby. He now swings it out over for Grant. Grant to Morgan as looked like it was Willoughby's pass, or no, rather that is McKenna. McKenna got knocked the ball away there. It's Penn will come with it, and their pass goes long once again. They've not done a really great job passing-wise this half. There. As they do kill the penalty, and Carter Earl comes back the other way. Trying to set something up here with 9:25 to go in the fourth. And he's able to lose the defender, but a little extracurricular in order to get that happen. It'll be Canandaigua with ball coming the other way. Canandaigua working quickly here as Sheridan has it on the far side. He's guarded by Sheehan. Now pass it off and into the far side for Willoughby. Only trot over and swing it over to Olvany. Olvany will bring it out. He's guarded by Walters. Now the Braves will reset the point with Grant. Swings it over to Sheridan. Sheridan now back behind the net for Willoughby. Back to Olvany. Back out to Morgan now. Near side. Now back kicks out to the top for Grant. Grant to Sheridan. Okay, we'll go back in the circular motion for the time being until they see the opportunity to take it. Grant has it at the top. 8:30 to go in the fourth. Still 6-0. Nobody near Grant, so he'll take a couple trots in here and get going. Cuts back out and dishes it to Willoughby. Behind the net, pass it to Olvany, and he scores. Kind of shades of the goal in the second quarter there, if you will. That goal between Willoughby and Sheridan. This time Willoughby able to find the cutting Olvany on that one, and they'll make it a 7-0 ball game. Olvany's first goal on the game. Willoughby picks up the second assist for the game for him.
The assist goes to 12, Drew Willoughby.
Sophomore midfielder Olvany picks up, as we mentioned, the goal. 7-0, Nick. 8:16 to go. Kind of puts it in. Pretty much Penn needs to go full throttle the rest of the time, I'd say. And I don't know if that's something that they're going to be able to get going with.
Well, let's see if they can finally win a face-off here, get some confidence.
And they do not do that, literally, as you said it, Nick. Canandaigua 11-0 on the face-off so far today. So they'll go back to work on offense. Willoughby behind the net. Just to back out on the far side for Sheridan. Now he'll just sprint pretty much across behind the net. Pulls up and now swings it back up top for Alex Rudy. Now back to the point with McCroby, or rather Galacey. As he passes it off to Olvany. Now back behind that for Willoughby. Wilmy swings it back out to Grant. Grant Galacy just playing pitch and catch with each other at this point. Swings to Wilmy. Now back behind that for Sheridan. Wilmy has it now on the far side. Pass almost a little bit too high to handle for Grant, but he's able to corral it. As now he'll wait for an opportunity to take his time. Obviously 7-goal advantage with 7:15 to go rather in the game. No sense in rushing anything. Grant has it, swings it in for Wilmy. Now back behind the net for Sheridan. Sheridan, nice spin move to come back near side, back to Wilmy. Wilmy now fakes one way and spins back. Fakes the pass, still has a near side corner. Comes back and stays behind the net. So try to go fake out the long pole Drucker. Able to do it, was able to couple blows. Finds Lovejoy, and his shot was blocked away. Rebound by Grant goes long. Will remain brave ball with 6:42 to go in the quarter. So Wilmy will have it back underway and wait for his opportunity here. Drucker still there. And a couple solid whacks in. So Wilmy and I'll bring it back out, sprints out, swings the pass, shot on goal, no good, blocked away. Emerson give Galacy the shot. As now the Mustangs will try and get something going here with 6:15 to go in the contest. Carl has another sprint above half, gets it above there. As fans really want him to push and do something here, as we will have a delayed penalty on Canandaigua as the Mustangs go to work here on offense. Team Finger has it, kicks it out to Braden Finger, who gets it down to Carter Earl. Earl fakes right, goes left, and spins off. Trying to get a little breathing room here. Sub halfway to go, 5:45 rather to go in the quarter. As Dixon has it. Dixon swings it back to Braden Finger at the point. He'll now take a run on in and pulls out a little bit. So he tries to find a teammate to pass it off to, and he does in the far side corner with Tucker Fisher. Fisher now tries to get an opening, guarded closely by Will Rudy. And ball loose on the ground. Canandaigua picks it up. We'll have a penalty here on them with 5:14 to go. And we'll see a couple other substitutions here. Notably, it's like Jack Fayola will be taking the rest of the game off potentially here. As Tyler DeRue comes into the ballgame for net now for Canandaigua. And Sean O'Vaney, after scoring the goal, will head to the box for 30 seconds. He'll be taking the penalty for Canandaigua here. As the Mustangs will have 30 seconds of a man advantage here. Still looking to get on the scoreboard here. Shutout so far. Earl has it, swings it over for Ochoa. Ochoa thought about taking a shot, passes it off to Van Housen. Van Housen to Earl. Earl swings over to Tegan Finger, and his shot no good. Off the crossbar, goalie's best friend. 6 seconds to go in the penalty here for Penn. Earl has it, swings it back to Tegan Finger. Finger fakes a pass, now dumps it to Dixon. Penalty killed off for the Braves, 4:40 to go in the contest. Mustangs looking to get something here on offense, as Earl had it, lost possession of it, and the Braves will pick up the loose ball, and either way it would have been their ball anyway. Platten has it for Canandaigua, gets it up to Morgan. Morgan out of Grant, and they have it above the half line with 4:20 to go in the contest. So probably see Canandaigua drain a little bit of clock, safe to assume, I'd say, on this, as long as they don't get a stall warning.
You got to keep in mind, Paul, since Hobart has been the coach at Penn, he's never been shut out by Canandaigua.
So potential little bit of history there on the line as the Braves still go to work here on offense. Vaney has it, now kicks it to Grant near side. Reset at the top with Morgan. Swings it over to Giuseppe. As he'll await a fresh substitution in for Canandaigua. And they'll get going here. Grant has it, swings it down into Vaney. Now back behind for McKenna. McKenna back out Sheridan. 3:30 to go now in the game. Swings it out to Giuseppe. Thought about taking a shot, revved up as if he was going to take it, but now reset as more substitutions come in for Canandaigua here. Giuseppe playing pitch and catch with Sheridan for the time being with 3:10 to go in the game. Works far side of the field. Now will cut back in. Fakes right, now goes left. Tried to spin and lost the footing. Ball on the ground. And we'll have a shove and it will remain Canandaigua possession with 3:01 to go in the game here. Paul Russo, Nick Felice here with you. Thanks you for everybody for tuning in so far on MaryLakes1.com. Canandaigua getting going here. They'll try to behind the net with Giuseppe. 2:50 to go. Giuseppe waiting now, waits for pretty much the Penn defender to kind of charge in. He'll take a shot. It's in. Giuseppe picks up a fourth quarter goal. That's his second goal on the game. Sophomore midfielder makes it an 8-0 advantage now. Canandaigua up over Penn. 8-0 at this point, Nick. Pretty much the nail in the coffin.
Yeah. It's just a great game plan by Coach York and these Braves. You know, coming into this game, Penn hasn't played a lot of games this year, and they've just dominated pretty much the whole way. And
Canandaigua, I believe that's going to be their first face-off having won all day. Penn was able to come with it after the violation. And now they'll try and get a little bit of offense here as the sun pokes out a little bit here at Braves Field towards the end of the contest. 2:20 to go in the fourth. Earl has it near side. Cut back up towards the middle. Now take a run in. Shot, no good. Blocked away by Riley Williams. Riley Williams now will get a little bit of time in the net for Canandaigua. Shot wide, Penn closest to it, so they'll keep it going here. Ochoa will have it behind the net, and we're back underway. Passes out to Finger, Braden Finger. Now back top of the point for Dixon. He's able to finally get control of it. Guarded pretty loosely by Reed Emerson. Dixon now cut in, pass it into Fisher. Now swings it to Braden Finger. Now swings it back to Carter Earl at the top. Ball loose on the ground and picked up by Tucker Fisher. Kicks it back to Carter Earl. 1:40 to go in the contest. As Penn has it back behind the net with Tegan Finger. Getting prodded by the long pole. That's Mason Bolster. And we'll have a delayed penalty on Canandaigua. Carter Earl has the top, takes a shot, whips in, no good, wide left. And we will have, like we said, a delayed penalty coming here. As now we'll see pretty much wholesale changes as Bolster picks up the 1 minute penalty. Or rather, it's going to be 30 seconds, apologies. And Penn back underway here with 1:19 to go in the contest. Ochoa has it, fakes one way, now dishes it off to Van Housen. Back to Earl, swings it into Tegan Finger. Back to Earl. Narrow rule hold was the penalty on Bolster. Ball loose, still loose, nobody will really get control of it. Couple more bodies hit the turf. Still nobody gets it. Still on the ground. Now went from near side to far side as the ball rolls out of bounds. It will be Canandaigua ball. 49.6 to go in the game. 6 seconds on the penalty as we will have a timeout on the field, Nick.
Well, Paul, this was fun. First ever announcing lacrosse.
Yeah. Sure, you stick with us for the Littlejohn and Barbie Orthodox Smiles with South post-game show. I'll break down the game and the stats, as well as name our player of the game, our Finger Lakes Partners Insurance player of the game. A couple different options to really choose from here, I'd say, Nick. Any idea potentially if you had to pick one? I know I put you on the spot. I apologize.
Who are you thinking?
Well, to me, you have a couple different options here, the way you want to play it out. Willoughby's had a goal and a couple assists. There's an option right there. Morgan's picked up a couple goals. So we have a couple different options. Like I said, Sheridan's also picked up a couple points along the way. So
even Giuseppe has a couple goals.
So Canandaigua will have the ball here out of the timeout, and it's officially the penalty's been killed off with 43 seconds to go in the contest. Giuseppe has it. Now swings it back behind the net for McKenna. Kind of weighing his options and swings it back out for Lovejoy. Lovejoy back to the top for Rudy.
I think they're just going to kill it, Paul.
Yeah, safe bet on that one, I'd say, Nick. It's already back down to 20 seconds to go in the contest as Giuseppe has it at the top of the point. And it looks like he and the rest of the Braves will just pretty much play catch with each other to drain the rest of this clock out. As McKenna has it.
The telephone pole was not fixed throughout the game.
And that will wrap up the contest here today. Final score, Canandaigua 8, Penn nothing.